Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege as president to welcome you to these ceremonies for the 79th annual commencement of Joliet Junior College, my 11th commencement in 10 years. Please stand and join Miss Andrea Lamb, a music major at Joliet Junior College, who will graduate tonight in singing the national anthem. Male candidates for graduation should remove their mortarboards during the anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rippling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Tonight, we honor you, the candidates for graduation, through this traditional display of academic heraldry, the wearing of our academic robes, and the academic procession. This ceremonious display recognizes your accomplishments in attaining your educational goals. It is highly appropriate that we recognize these academic achievements in the presence of members of our larger college community, trustees, faculty, administration, and staff, and very importantly, in the presence of parents, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, children, and other loved ones of the graduating class. I thank all of you for being here this evening. The commencement ceremony is a symbolic reminder of our debt to the past, and at the same time, of our responsibility to transmit the divine flame of learning to future generations. We are here tonight to attest to a passing of knowledge and a growth of spirit. Commencement is a solemn and yet a joyous occasion. It awakens poignant memories and evokes deep emotions. It is both an end and a beginning. It is fulfillment and promise. Joliet Junior College is a dynamic academic community dedicated to continual, purposeful growth. The best soil for that growth exists in an atmosphere where there is an appreciation of the richness of our diversities. Your varied life experiences, your personal stories embody the realities of this philosophy. Let's take a look at some of them. Please rise when I call your name. When Lockport Township High School graduate Amy Novak came to JJC to study biology, little did she know how much hands-on knowledge she would take away with her tonight. Amy was president of the Life Science Club for 2 years. She was heavily involved in the college's ecological restoration efforts, contributing countless volunteer hours to this worthwhile cause. As Amy's expertise grew, she began helping to direct other volunteers in their duties. For these efforts, Amy was honored as a recipient of the Nature Conservancy Outstanding Volunteer Award. Tonight, she graduates with an Associate of Science degree and plans to take her love for biology to a four-year university and one day turn it into a career in genetics. Richard Ludagu. Dreamt of attending a large university, but during his senior year of high school, he decided to take prerequisite classes at JJC, where he was offered a full scholarship. Since he always knew he wanted a job in healthcare, he enrolled in the nursing program. His goal was to be working as a professional by the time he was 20 years old. This past December, he earned his nursing degree. He compiled many accomplishments along the road to tonight's graduation ceremony. He earned a 3.9 grade point average despite challenging coursework, which qualified him for the President's Role of Excellence. He was elected Nursing Student Association editor and was president of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society at JJC. One of his most recent achievements was selection to the first team Phi Theta Kappa All-State team. He also has been nominated to the National Dean's List and Who's Who in Nursing. Tonight, he accepts his Associate in Applied Science nursing degree. Richard works as an intensive care unit nurse at St. Joe's Medical Center in Joliet, where he is the youngest nurse on staff. After graduating from Lincoln Way High School, Stacy Santaro decided to study abroad. She attended Schiller International University in Germany, and when she returned to the United States, she chose to study at JJC in the college's honors program. Stacy not only entered the honors program, but she went on to become secretary of the program. While she has been with the honors program, she has helped to redesign the honors handbook and organize the honors forums, colloquiums, and graduation. This evening, Stacy will receive her Associate in Arts degree. She will take her academic talent in English and literature to Eastern Illinois University, where she has been accepted into the university's honors program. From there, she plans to go on to graduate school. Her career goal is to teach English and literature at the high school or college level. Her efforts have definitely made a difference, and we wish her continued success. For Sherry Lewis Miller, the graduation tonight began at JJC following her commencement from high school in 1972. She decided to set her studies aside while she dedicated time to raising her children. She returned to JJC in the fall of 1988, but once again put her family first and returned to life as a full-time mom. In the fall of 1993, Sherry's children were older, and she made the decision to resume her education at JJC as a part-time student. This time, she decided to help others learn as well, tutoring JJC math students in the college's Academic Skills Center. Sherry will further her education at North Central College in Naperville, where she has earned a scholarship. She will major in psychology with a double minor in religion and art. Her future aspirations include becoming a clinical psychologist and pastoral counselor. Tonight, Sherry earns 2 degrees, an associate's degree in arts and an associate's degree in science. Ladies and gentlemen, the stories of these graduates are just a glimpse at the more than 200 stories assembled before you. Tonight, I want to commend you, our graduates, for taking what Joliet Junior College offered and making it your own by committing yourselves to the pursuit of learning. We will not wish a final farewell to you because this college champions the principle of lifelong learning. It offers courses and programs which you may continue to need and take throughout your working lives and into your retirement years. As we proudly present you with your diplomas and certificates this evening, we wish you the very best for the future. As students and soon-to-be graduates of Joliet Junior College, you have made all of us proud. Another source of pride is the Board of Trustees. Our trustees dedicate themselves to the enhancement of Joliet Junior College. Through the combined time and efforts of our trustees, our college and its graduates remain an asset to this community. At this time, I have the pleasure of introducing the members of the JJC Board of Trustees. Trustees, will you please stand as I call your name? Audience, please hold your applause until I have introduced all of the trustees. Our board chairman, Joyce Heap of Newark, is a Joliet Junior College graduate and alumna. She has been a trustee since 1981, and prior to that served 2 terms as a student representative to the board. Ms. Heap will be the spokesperson for the board this evening. Dolores Johnson of Newark is the board's vice chairman. She has served as a trustee since 1991. Leonard Hodgman of Joliet is secretary of the board. He first served on the board from 1989 until 1991 and has since served since 1993. He is a retired JJC faculty member. Eleanor McGuan-Boza of Joliet has served on the board since 1989. Scott Deininger of Shorewood is a student representative to the board. Last month, he was elected by his fellow students to his first term. Mr. Deininger is a journalism major. Ladies and gentlemen, your trustees work many hours for the benefit of the college and its students, volunteering both their time and expertise. Please join me in showing our appreciation for their fine efforts. I also want to thank our dedicated faculty and administrators whose roles are intrinsic to the success of the college. They are completely dedicated to the students they serve. For the many that you have encouraged, beseeched, and taught to reach for the promise of tomorrow, I thank you. Before I ask you to rise, I'd like to read a poem by one of my favorite Central European poets entitled, "And Yet the Books." And yet the books will be there on the shelves, separate beings that appeared once, still wet as shining chestnuts under a tree in autumn, and touched, coddled, began to live in spite of fires on the horizon, castles blown up, tribes on the march, planets in motion. We are, they said, even as their pages were being torn out or a buzzing flame licked away their letters. So much more durable than we are, whose frail warmth cools down with memory, disperses, perishes. I imagine the earth when I am no more. Nothing happens, no loss. It's still a strange pageant. Women's dresses, dewy lilacs, a song in the valley. Yet the books will be there on the shelves, well-born, derived from people, but also from radiance, heights. Will the faculty and administrators please rise so that we can acknowledge their contributions? I also want to recognize the people whose dedication has made it possible for this ceremony to take place today. JJC staff, administrators, the graduation committee, and our outstanding and talented community band led by Jerry Lewis. These people also deserve a round of applause. Please join me. Thank you. And now Ms. Heap would like to share some thoughts with you.
Thank you, Dr. Pitak. Good evening, graduates. The steps that you take tonight are very special steps, and for many of us, a reflection of the past, as many of us have taken those steps before you. We recall those steps as we sit tonight and watch you walk in and watch you walk out. How you got here varies greatly. Some of you are full-time students. Some of you were part-time. Some of you reach your educational goal in 2 years or maybe less. Some of you have been with us for several years. Graduates, I urge you to look where you will be tomorrow, to the changes that will occur while you pursue your futures. Goals, motivation, and achievement are a very important part of your future. I challenge you to make goals. Make them attainable, but not too easy. And once you've accomplished those goals, continue to make new goals. That way, you will continue to pursue the JJC philosophy. Reach for the promises of tomorrow. Soon, you'll become part of our alumni, part of a 94-year-old institution, part of history, America's oldest public community college. And I'm proud to say I am also a JJC alumni, and I hope that you will also be proud. I congratulate all of you on the accomplishments that you have made. A job well done, but a job just begun. The faculty, the administration, staff, and my fellow trustees join me in wishing you well in all your future endeavors. I would now like to introduce Mr. Scott Deininger, the student representative to the board. Sir?
Thank you, Ms. Heap. This evening, I have the pleasure of introducing our student speaker, Tammy Kurtenbaugh. She has a 4.0 grade point average and is a student who excels both academically and in her commitment to the community. Ms. Kurtenbaugh was an active member of the college's livestock judging team, which won several honors, including a national championship. She has earned an Illinois Farm Bureau scholarship and will continue her education as an agricultural law student at the University of Illinois. Ms. Kurtenbaugh is no stranger to public speaking. Her speaking credits include being only the third individual and the only female in the history of the Illinois Future Farmers of America to win both the prepared and extemporaneous speaking competitions at the state level. It is my honor to present to you Tammy Kurtenbaugh, Joliet Junior College's 1995 student speaker. Ms. Kurtenbaugh.
Thank you, Mr. Deininger, and good evening. It truly is an honor for me to stand here and represent the graduating class of 1995. And also on behalf of the graduating class, I would like to thank all of those individuals, the faculty, the staff, the parents and the relatives who stand behind us during our time at Joliet Junior College. This evening, I have a simple task to present you with 3 C's, 3 words that all begin with the letter C. Now, this isn't where these word similarities stop, because even though these words all begin with the letter C, they also relate to your past, present, and future. Now, I direct this to everyone, but especially my fellow graduates. For you see, all of these words relate to what you were, what you are today, and what you will become. First of all, your past. I commend you. I commend you for taking the ability, the initiative, and the drive to attend college. It is not an easy task, and in today's society, jobs and careers demand a college education. However, not everyone takes the initiative to do so. Everyone sitting in the room with me has done that, and you should all be proud of that. I had a discussion over my spring break with a person that I had gone to school with, and she hadn't gone on to college, and she was having extreme difficulty finding a job and was extremely depressed. And I felt compassion for her, but I also felt a little discouraged that she didn't take the initiative to attend college, and that's something that you all have done, and you've done that in your past. The second word is congratulate, and that's what I do in your present. I congratulate you for making it this far. You took the initiative in your past to attend college, and now I can congratulate you because you've achieved a degree. Like Mrs. Heap said, we all come from different backgrounds, we've all majored in different degrees, and we all have a different goal in life. But we do share one thing in common, and that's that we've made it through Joliet Junior College. And believe it or not, parents and relatives, it is something to be proud of, because at times when you're sitting through the chemistry lecture, you're sitting through the lab, or you're doing your homework or studying for finals, it seems like it's a never-ending process, or that you'll never achieve your ultimate goal. But you have all done that. You stand here and sit here with me in this gymnasium and can be proud to say that here in the present, Tammy can congratulate you because you have achieved this degree. The third word, challenge. And it's probably the most important thing that I wish to do tonight. Now, everyone says to challenge yourself and to set goals, and you've probably heard it 20 times, if not more. But I wish to make a simple point, and that if you don't challenge yourself from now on, if you don't take your past and present and continue to challenge yourself in the future, the degrees that you have earned tonight will not do you any further good. And the way that I can best exemplify this is by telling you a story. And the story is that I worked at the Chicago Board of Trade for Cargill this past summer. And every day I commuted out of New Lenox and rode the train up to Chicago, preferring not to fight the traffic. And one day I was reading the newspaper, and in it, an editorial was written by a columnist who was from the city. And his point was that America is in shambles. He said that the only reason that America ever remembers anything, like Woodstock, or the Kennedy years, or the first landing on the moon, is because that the only reason that we have any hope is because we look to the past. He said the only reason that we remember these things is because we have nothing in the present or the future to look forward to. Now, the person has a strong statement, because when we consider back a month ago to the disaster in Oklahoma City, it seems that sometimes we don't have any hope. But then I thought about it, and I totally disagreed with what the man had to say. And it was then, and especially now, that I realized that America does have a strong future. And that's because I'm standing in this room with you tonight. If you continue to set goals and use your degree to whatever you have achieved it for, whether you plan on going on to college or using it to obtain a job straight out of Joliet Junior College, you can achieve what you set your mind to. And that's the biggest point I aim to make at you this evening, and that's never give up on yourself. Always continue to challenge yourself and make the best of what you have to offer. America can continue to be strong, and especially can continue to prosper. We don't have to always look to the past to remember the good things. We still have plenty more of good things to come. So I leave you with those three things tonight. 3 simple words that should be easy enough to remember. I commend you for what you've done in your past. I congratulate you for what you have achieved tonight. And most importantly, I challenge you to look forward to the future and prove that columnist wrong. Prove that America does have a strong future, and with the knowledge and the experience that you have gained at Joliet Junior College, you can continue to make an improvement in that. And I leave you with this saying, your moment has come, the world awaits, the future is yours. Good luck, God bless, and never lose sight of your dreams. Thank you.
Tammy, thank you for those words. I am sure that they will serve as an inspiration not only to your fellow graduates, but to all of us. Ms. Heap?
Gives me great pleasure to introduce tonight's keynote speaker, Gwendolyn Brooks. Ms. Brooks is the Poet Laureate of Illinois and the author of 19 volumes of poetry. Her poems reflect concerns about social issues, children, black heritage, and racism. She was only 11 when her first poems were published. She received the Pulitzer Prize for her work entitled Annie Allen in 1950. Miss Brooks is also a recipient of the Shelley Memorial Award, the Frost Medal, the Medal for Distinguished Contribution to American Letters, and a National Endowment for the Arts Lifetime Achievement Award. She has been a consultant in poetry to the Library of Congress, and last year she was named the 1994 Jefferson Lecturer by the National Endowment for the Humanities. She's been honored with more than 70 honorary academic degrees, but her first and her only earned degree is an associate degree that she earned in literature from what is today known as Kennedy King College, one of the city colleges in Chicago, one of our own in Illinois. This year marks the 50th anniversary of the publication of her very first book, and she is currently completing the second part of her autobiography and many new works of poetry. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Poet Laureate of Illinois, Miss Gwendolyn Brooks.
Thank you very much. I leaned over and said to the president, we have already had a keynote speech. Wasn't that a strong speech that Tammy gave? Let's give her another. It makes a person my age feel very happy to know that the world will be in hands like Tammy's. I wanted to say first, Joliet Junior College, that is a very nice piece of alliteration. And I'm known for subjection, I suppose, to too much alliterativeness. But I want to say congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to the recipients tonight, and also to the preparing people. I too, Tammy, am impressed by what I see in the newspapers. And my offering today is called To Fit In. A while ago, in a paper I admire because so many of its articles are quickly factual, compact, and on the pages of their, and end on the pages of their inception. I noted a disturbing headline, How to Help Your Teen in the Struggle to Fit In. Thousands of readers, I am sure, accepted the substance of that headline and went right on to read the timid little feature that followed, hoping for help. I shudder when I consider the possibility that squads of young people, to say nothing of old people, that young people right here in this room might be considering how to fit in, planning to fit in. Look around us. Look at the craziness. Look at the fear. See the sickness. Into this you want to fit. Do not desire to fit in. Desire to oblige yourselves to lead. Desire to oblige others, the timid, the static, the diseased, to examine your intellectual reasonableness. Desire to cleanse. Desire to further. Do not desire to follow. How much is there to follow? Tell me. That's in capitals. Much of what there is for you to, quotes, follow these days of sleaze and yell and tremble is chiefly dangerous, is chiefly addled, is chiefly itself uncertain. Now, of course, to accept my challenge requires not only courage, but belief in yourself. Each of you is unique. Never in this world has there been, never in this world will there be anyone just like you, with your gifts, your potential, your ability to influence and alter. You are unique, and we need you. I hate that phrase, peer pressure. It is timid to fit in, rather than to strike out in your own direction, to force what is right for you, to forge what is right for you. Do, if necessary, what has never been done before. That's pioneering. Be a pioneer if that excitement is what your agenda requires. Do your own thinking, your own investigating. Ask yourself and others questions about everything. You weren't supposed to ask questions, you know. Never mind, ask them anyhow. If you read, as I read a while ago, 99% of us want war, a new study says. Ask, what study? Who did the study? Which among the study doers had, on study doing day, a dogfight with taxes, tummy, or teenagers? Never forget that the human temperature influences every statistic, every technical gentrification. Be careful what you swallow. Swallow nothing without deliberate, detailed chewing. Chew. That too is in capitals. You are free to do that. Use the advantage. What is the value of a freedom if you don't use it? Congratulations on your arrival at considerable distinction, considerable merit. Go ahead and live your life. You might be surprised. The world might continue. The world might continue. Go on with your preparations, moving among the quick and the dead, nourishing here, there, pressing a hand among the ruins and among the seeds of restoration. Bravo, and hold on.
Thank you so much, Ms. Brooks. We are delighted that you could be with us this evening and address the college and address the graduates tonight. I know your message was quite inspirational, contained a message not only for you, the students, the graduates, but I think for all of us. We would like to present you with the plaque of appreciation tonight. Let me find it down here. For all that you've done to support the arts and higher education. Gwendolyn Brooks, present this to support higher education. She's not an inspiration. I don't know what is. At this point, I would like to present to you Dr. Jolynn Ainley, the Vice President for Student Affairs, who's going to recognize two outstanding students. Dr. Ainley?
Thank you, Ms. Heap.
Each year, we recognize 2 students who are judged to be outstanding, not just academically, but by many other criteria, including social service, community service, and participation in student activities. These students will receive a monetary recognition award donated by the Joliet Junior College Student Association. The Joliet Junior College Student Achievement Recognition Awards for 1995 go to Mary Frances Lund and John Michael Gutierrez. Would Mr. Gutierrez please stand while I tell the audience about you? John Michael Gutierrez of Mokina came to Joliet Junior College after graduating from Lincoln Way High School. Mr. Gutierrez is a first-generation college student. He describes himself as an average high school student who improved from a 2.5 grade point average when he graduated from high school to a 3.4 grade point average at Joliet Junior College. A remarkable achievement. He attributes his success in college to his own discipline and help from tutors in JJC's Project Advance program. In addition to being a full-time student, Mr. Gutierrez works 20 hours a week, performs with the JJC Jazz Band, is active in his church, and still finds time for weightlifting. His goals include earning a 4-year degree related to music business, and Mr. Gutierrez plans to help other Hispanics reach their goals of attaining a college degree and becoming competent, productive workers. Job well done. The other recipient is Mary Frances Lund, a nursing major from Wilmington. She is unable to be with us tonight because she is attending her daughter's graduation from the United States Air Force Basic Training Program. Ms. Lund is a member of Phi Theta Kappa and Psi Beta honorary societies. She was the author of last year's winning essay in the Illinois Community College Trustees Association statewide essay contest. This year, she presented a paper at the College of St. Francis Literary and Language Conference. At JJC, she has been an editor of the student literary publication, The Word Eater, a contributing writer for the student newspaper, The Blazer, a member of the writers group, Meter Readers, and a peer tutor. Her community involvement includes serving as an emergency medical technician and a member of the Tinley Park Writers Group. She also is a church organist and pianist. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me again in expressing our congratulations to these 2 outstanding individuals, Mary Frances Lund and John Michael Gutierrez. Thank you. At this time, Chairman Heap will honor some very deserving members of our community. Ms. Heap.
Thank you, Dr. Ainley. I would like to acknowledge some very special people, those who are retiring from our faculty and staff this year. Retirees, as I call your name, would you please rise? Stan D. Kashiba. Stanley? Stan has been an instructor in the Agricultural Horticultural Sciences Department since 1967. Sharon L. Woods. Sharon has been a nursing instructor since 1984. Kenneth G. Pierce, who is working behind the scenes tonight, is the director of the physical plant, and I think a lot of the things that get done tonight, like moving the stage and setting everything up, is at the direction of Mr. Pierce. Let's give Mr. Pierce a hand. On behalf of the JJC Board of Trustees, I thank all 3 of you for the many years of excellent service and wish you an enjoyable and a relaxing retirement.
There is one other retiree who I'd like to recognize tonight, Dr. Raymond A. Petak. Dr. Petak has been the president of the college since 1985. During his 10 years of leadership, the college has taken many strides towards the goal of becoming recognized as one of the nation's top 10 public community colleges. He has focused on improving student learning and student support services. State-of-the-art technologies have been introduced into the college's educational curriculum to provide the students with background and hands-on experience that will become necessary to be successful in their workplace. Dr. Petak, when you first came to Joliet Junior College, you told me you were committed to quality and excellence. You also said the president's role was to raise the questions that needed to be addressed and then to provide the leadership that was necessary to accomplish. And as you said, we must evaluate what we're doing and then where we're going. Those were not idle statements. You did all of that and much more. You are truly a man of your word. You have aided my professional growth as a board member and as a board chair. I will miss your guidance and your friendship. The symbolic staff of learning that sits behind me, I don't know if you can all see it or not. Dr. Petak led the commencement, his very first commencement, 10 years ago with that. Tonight, at your 11th commencement, Dr. Petak, I give this staff to you in appreciation of your 10 years of service and leadership to this college. It is no longer only symbolic of learning. Now it is symbolic of learning and a reminder of all that you've done to make Joliet Junior College a greater asset to our students and our community. I ask that when you lead us out tonight, you lead us with your staff of learning. Again, to all of our retirees, I say we are truly grateful to each of you for the dedication and the many years of hard work that you've given to the Joliet Junior College community. We'll miss you all very much. I thank you for your contributions throughout the years and for being a very important part of Joliet Junior College. One more hand for all of them, please. He didn't know. That's not his script. I think they call that prerogative of the chair. We acknowledge the achievements of Joliet Junior College faculty and staff. We also honor members of our greater community, those whose concern for their neighbors have led them to give generously to others. It is appropriate that at our commencement that we celebrate the achievements of these people whose accomplishments have made them model roles for our graduates. This evening we'll be honoring two such individuals by presenting them with the Joliet Junior College's highest recognition, the Distinguished Service Award. This award was instituted 20 years ago by the Board of Trustees as the college's way of recognizing district residents who have made outstanding contributions to the community as a whole. The award takes the form of an honorary degree of distinguished community service and an engraved plaque. Each year, a screening committee considers nominees and makes a recommendation to the board. The committee is composed of representatives from the faculty, the student body, the Alumni Association, the foundation, and the administration and the Board of Trustees. The 1995 recipients of the Distinguished Service Award are Bertha Hofer and Walter Zeta. Ms. Hofer and Mr. Zeta, would you please come forward towards the podium as I tell our graduates and our guests a little about you and your accomplishments. Bertha Hofer, who has been the village president of Shorewood since 1991, is active in many community events and organizations. She participated in the incorporation of the village of Shorewood in 1957. She served as village clerk, village trustee, as well as many other capacities. She has been a member of the Slavian Women's Union since 1940. She was active in the formation of the Troy Band Parents Association and the Troy Baseball League. She also organized the first Shorewood-Troy Library Board and served as a member on that board. Ms. Hofer created the Shorewood Recycling Committee and the Shorewood Beautification Committee. She is chairman of the local government subcommittee of CHAMPS, a proactive, anti-gang cooperative effort involving the towns of Shanahan, Manuka, Plainfield, and Shorewood. Nominator Janice Puddicombe wrote, "I have had the honor of working with Bertha since 1987. Her vast knowledge, high standards, energy level, and love of Shorewood were apparent to me from the very beginning. Her love of children is especially apparent. The word giving could be defined as Bertha Hofer. We have all benefited from her continuing service. Bertha, thank you."
Good evening, everybody. I'm sure it is most fitting to express my heartfelt thanks to some people for making this evening a memorable one for me and my family. My first thanks to the Joliet Junior College Board of Trustees for naming me a recipient of the 1995 Junior College Distinguished Service Award. I had no idea my name was submitted, and I was truly speechless when Mr. Daggers called me with the news. Next, I would like to thank Jan Puddicombe and Norma Bissett, two caring and dedicated Shorewood employees, for submitting my name as a nominee. And finally, a sincere thanks to my entire family for their support and interest in all my undertakings. Just as an added note, I'd like to say that, and this will definitely age me, I remember when JUCO was a part